Hello Khamis, how are you? I hope you all are fine. Today we'll continue with lesson 3 and move to page 61. So I want all of you to open your books, page 61 please. As you see, we have 4 exercises. We will start directly with exercise number 1, look and match. طبعا lesson يوم برضه هو تطبيق لقاعدة الباسف يا خامس. So بدنا نركز لما نكتب لما نكتب السنتنسز بدنا نكتبها بصيغة الباسف, either is or am or are or what, where or was. Okay, so let's start with exercise number 3, look and match. We have these items and the names of the items, so we need to connect the name with the item. Look at the first one, vase, vase. So let's connect vase to this vase, which was made in India. Okay, so vase here. Sweater, sweater, sweater is here. So connect it together. Okay, belt, belt. Here is the belt. Connect belt to this. Notebox, notebox. Connect notebox to this picture. Okay. Buttons, buttons, buttons. أزرار. Connect buttons here with this picture. Okay. Puppet, puppet. هي دمية. Okay, puppet. Connect puppet to this picture. Spoons, spoons. Here, excellent. يا خامس. Dress. As you see, here is a dress. Bracelets, bracelets. Look here. Here is the bracelets. And rings. Here are the rings in this picture. So connect rings to these rings or this picture. Okay. نركز يا خامس وأوصلوا الكلمة مع الصورة. Vase, sweater, belt, notebox, buttons, puppet, spoons, dress, bracelets and rings. Okay, is that clear? خلصنا وصلنا الكلمات مع الصور. Now let's move to exercise 2 and 3 or 4 and 5 طبعا. Talk about the objects. طبعا الصور اللي احنا شفناها exercise number 1. Look here, we have a label for each one of them. So these notebooks were made in Canada. These buttons were made in Italy. These bracelets were made in Mexico. This vase was made in India. This puppet was made in Belgium. And this sweater was built in Peru. And these rings were made in South Africa. And this belt was made in Argentina. These spoons were made in Germany. And this dress was made in South Korea. مثل ما لاحظنا was made, were made. So I used the passive voice form. استخدمت قاعدة الباسف. Now again we will talk about the objects using the passive voice. طبعا خلينا نشوف الجمل اللي هو already كاتبها. The belt was made in Argentina. It is made of leather. طب ليه أنا استخدمت قاعدة was؟ يعني استخدمت الباست بما معناه بالجملة الأولى والpresent بالجملة الثانية يا خامس. خلينا نفكر فيها شوي. Okay, the belt was made in Argentina because it's already made. هو مصنوع أساسا, يعني هو تمت صناعته قديما في الزمان. So I used the past tense. استخدمت قاعدة الماضي. It was made. أما بالنسبة it is made of leather because it's a present. هي عبارة عن حاضر, يعني هو now is made of leather. هو بالماضي كان leather, now it's leather and in the future will stay leather. يعني رح ضل جلد في الماضي والمستقبل والحاضر. Okay, so I use the present tense. It is made of leather. طبعا هذا كمان بنطبق على bracelets. The bracelets are made of silver. Are made. When I'm talking about the material of the item, I used are or is or am. When I'm talking about where it is made, I used where or was. لما أحكي عن مكان صناعته بستخدم الماضي، قاعدة الماضي the past tense so was or were. لما أحكي عن الحاضر والمستقبل وشغلة ثابتة ما بتتغير for now or for the future, I used the present form which is, am or are. Okay, now let's talk about the other items. Look at the picture again. Let's talk first about the buttons. The buttons are made of plastic. Are made. I'm talking about the material. So are made. They were made in Italy. I'm talking about where it is made. بحكي where it is where it was made, sorry. So I use the past tense. They were made in Italy. Okay, they were made in Italy. إذن زي ما اتفقنا يعني أنا طبقت القاعدة again. لما أحكي عن الماتيريال بستخدم is, am, are. لما أحكي عن مكان الصناعة بستخدم where or was. Okay, let's continue for the other items. The notebooks. What about the notebooks? The notebooks are made of paper. Excellent. So they were made in Canada. Look at the label. They were made in Canada. Now let's move to the vase. Excellent. So the vase is made of glass. It was made in India. When I talked about the material, I used the present tense. When I talked about where it was made, I used the past tense. It was made in India. Look at the label. It was made in India. The vase is made of glass. Okay, now let's move to the puppet. Okay, the puppet is made of cloth. هي مصنوعة من القماش. It was made in Belgium. Okay, so again, when I'm talking about the material, I used is. When I talked about the place where it was made, I used what? The past tense. Excellent. Let's continue with what? The sweater. The sweater is made of cloth. It was made in Peru. Excellent. Now let's move to the spoons. طبعا مثل ما بنعرف in exercise 4 we have talked about the belt and the bracelet, so we won't talk about them now. So the spoons are made of metal. They were made in Germany. And the rings are made of gold. They were made in South Africa. And last but not least, we are talking about the dress. The dress is made of cloth. It was made in South Korea. Okay? Write down the sentences. نكتب الإجابات، نكتب الجمل. عنا يا خامس مهمات جدا هاي الجمل لأنه أنا بطبق فيها قاعدة الباسيف. Again, I'm talking about the passive. هذا جزء من القاعدة وجزء من الامتحان. Okay? Now, we will move to exercise 6 directly. طبعا exercise 5 يا خامس هو غير مطلوب. هو نفس sentences but I use it in the question form. يعني أنا استخدمتهم بصيغة السؤال. Okay? So the number 6, draw your shoes. So you need to draw a shoes from your design. بدك أنت تصمم shoes خاص فيك وترسمه. Please send me your pictures. ارسلوا لي الصور والديزاينات اللي أنتوا رح تصمموها. This is just like a homework. هو واجب خفيف لطيف إن شاء الله ما بتتغلبوا فيه. just draw your shoes and send it to me. بهيك خلصت حصة اليوم يا خامس. thank you and have a nice day. باي باي.